Bonsoir. You're in lesson 4. And I know you're feeling like, whew, lesson 4 has a lot of things. It has these numbers, and lesson 4 has this vocabulary. There are a lot of squares, a lot of rectangles. And you know by now, if you look at the workbook and you see a lot of squares and a lot of rectangles, it's time to freak out just a little bit. But remember, these videos are where I help to explain the squares and the rectangles and all the tricky vocabulary words. And also on this lesson, you're going to notice that we conjugate just one verb. But the good news is we don't conjugate any other verbs. You know, do, does, did, done. We don't do that. Eat, ate, eaten, eats. We don't do any of that. Only with one verb, and we'll go over that on another video. Right now, what I want to focus on is this grammar rule. Yes, this will be one of your trickier rules because this is all about memory. It's about remembering. There is no other way to remember this rule other than practice, practice, and more practice. So I'm actually not going to just teach you the grammar rule today. I am going to give you practice sentences with it. This is unique. I am giving you practice sentences at the end of the lesson as I normally do, but this is only focused on this grammar rule because I want to make sure every time you listen to this teaching, you have examples on the same video to go to. This will give you a lot of what you need right now to get through this. People tense up sometimes when we teach this lesson live. The reason is, in English, you would never put an adjective after a noun. You would never say, I have a hat brown. You would never do that. In Creole, yes, you would. Adjectives do come after the noun. Descriptors come after the subject, person, place, or thing. But sometimes they come before. So right now, I want to tell you this. Inject it into your brain that the adjectives come after the noun and that everything I'm giving you now are just the exceptions. This means anytime you have a descriptor, put it after the noun. For example, if I want to say a dirty house, I would say a house that is dirty. This is that old European, that sentence structure, the syntax where you're going to say a house which is dirty. We just wouldn't say which is. We would just say a house dirty. Yon caille sale. And from now on, whenever I say the sentence in Creole, I will pause when I give you sentence and phrase examples, and you can répéter for your practice. So if we just wanted to say the phrase, a dirty house, not the house is dirty. This isn't a descriptor phrase, the dirty house, and then you would have something else to say. The dirty house is on the corner. But this isn't the house is dirty, caille sale. That means that the house is dirty. That's not the example I'm talking about. I'm talking about a phrase. The dirty house, caille sale la. Remember, I told you the when teaching you the phrases with the and leçon de. I told you that the comes after the noun phrase. The reason I told you noun phrase and not just the noun was so that you would know that sometimes adjectives come after the noun and the will come afterwards in a the phrase. For example, the dirty house. House, that is dirty. The. Répétez, caille sale la. Another example is the red thing. Bagay rouge la. Thing that is red, the. The happy baby. Bébé content. Baby, that is happy, the. So the adjective usually comes after the noun. And now I'm going to give you all of the examples of when the adjective would come before the noun, just like in English. Big boy, 6 cats, old man. So I'm going to give you examples that are like English. And from now on, you need to remember, if I don't give you a particular example, put it after the noun. This is all in leçon 4 of your Learn Haitian Creole with Gloria workbook. So let's practice some. The very first thing I want you to learn is quantity. Quantity comes before the noun. Any sort of quantity marker. Many, a lot of food. Un pile manger. So a lot comes before because it has to do with quantity. Let's see another one. 6 cats. 6 chats. Notice I didn't say 6 chats yo. Yo makes a noun plural. But if you already know that it's plural, you don't put yo at the end. You don't say 6 chats yo because that will mean they're 6 cats. It's just 6 chats. We know it's plural because you said 6 cats. Automatically. If I want to tell you, look at my eyes, I would say, gardez-moi. I would not say yo. You already know that I have 2 eyes. We do not use yo if something is obvious. For example, if you are asking someone, how many children do you have? In English, you're using the plural form of child. In Creole, we do not do that. We would say, how many child? Combien petit do you have? Combien petit ou gagnez? You don't need to use yo unless we don't know that it's plural. There's no quantity, a lot, enough, many. Okay? All right, the next one. All things. Tout bagay. All is a quantity marker. Enough food. Assez manger. Assez manger means enough food. Enough to us is also a quantity marker. N'importe bagay. Anything. N'importe bagay. N'importe is also a quantity marker. It's going to come first. I'm giving you a lot of words that are not in that lesson teaching so that you can have all of the words that are coming before your noun. Premier petit, first child. Premier petit. So first, second, third, last, 7th, 100th will come before the noun. Several things. Plusieurs bagay. Plusieurs, several is a quantity for us. Quelques moun. Some people, several people, again, quantity. Lot la. Other one. Other for us, other one, other two, other person. That's still marking a quantity. Not this one, but the other, counting over. So that is still quantity for us. So any kind of quantity is going to go in front of a subject. Age. For example, not just number, things related to age. Elderly person. Vieux grand moun. Young boy. Jeune garçon. Bien fait. Now, size. Size will come before the noun. Big boy. Gros garçon. Little boy, petit garçon. Humongous house, catafal, kai. Catafal. Très bien. So size. Also, we have the word great as in grandeur. Grand, kai. Grand house, like a house of greatness. Grand kai. Bien fait. So far, you know that quantity definitely always goes in front of the noun. Also, size goes in front of the noun. But we have some attributes, some beauty and not so beautiful attributes. I like to call them the 3 B's: belle, beau, bon. Pretty girl, belle fille. Handsome boy, beau garçon. Bon bagay, good stuff, bon bagay. But what if something's bad? Mauvais moun, bad person, the worst person. Mauvais moun. Because it's also an attribute, we would put it in front. Beau garçon, belle fille, bon bagay. Those are the positive ones, but mauvais. Now, we also have vieux. Vieux means old. I could say old shoes, vieux souliers. But vieux can also mean disgusting. Like, I have the most disgusting news to tell you. Vieille histoire. Disgusting story. Vieille nouvelle. Disgusting news. Like, it's so bad, it is vieille. And the last one is same. Même. Même bagay. Same thing. I want to give you another one. If I wanted to say possession, possessor, in an adjective-noun phrase, her 3 big boys. Whew. Possession, possessor always stays together. Her big 3 boys has to stay together. How do we do that with big being the adjective? We would say toi, quantity, gros, size, garçon, boy, lit, belonging to her. Toi, gros, garçon, lit. 3 big, because they have to come before the noun. And then the noun belongs to her. Garçon lit. Toi, gros, garçon lit. But if I were to say her 3 boys as a subject, then I would use the. I know that can sound confusing. Just always go there. Toi, gros, garçon lit, yo. Remember I taught you, if I already talked to you about the subject, oh, these are the 3 boys belonging to her. The 3 boys belonging to her. I would put yo because yo is the plural form of the. Remember that from lesson 2. The 3 boys belonging to her is the same to us as saying her 3 big boys. Yes. Toi, gros, garçon lit, yo. Is it incorrect to say toi, gros, garçon lit? No, it is not incorrect to do that. Take a breather. You've done quite well. I want you to go ahead, like the video, and download it. The very next video is going to be on a special verb, to give. This is the only verb in Creole that we conjugate. Now, I was talking to you about that at the beginning of the video because I don't want you to be nervous. You can do this.